Hi, and welcome to another Stone Tech Sunday Syntrix edition. For today's special edition, I recommend 50 milligrams of your favorite gummy or other edible. Save your lungs, folks. 50 milligrams. Remember, 45 minutes activation time. 45 minutes. Okay, let's talk about what I've got going on here. Yes, this is my Syntrix split open. I've talked about some of the mods, or alluded to some of the mods I've done. I'm not going to really talk about those now, except we are going to talk about the matrix noise, which is right here. This is the matrix panel on your Syntrix. See, look, here's the other side of it. Well, there's a lot of digital circuitry in here, and obviously it causes a lot of noise. If you'll notice, right adjacent to the boards are the reverb, send and receive at extremely low levels. First of all, I replaced the cabling with this shielded RG174 shielded cable all the way to the reverb tank. You'll also notice the reverb tank is temporarily taped in this position. The reason why is the tank nominally sits horizontally inside of your frame. If you take the tank and you rotate it 90 degrees, you will cut down the noise substantially. So the next part of the video, I'm going to go ahead and just drill the holes and mount this, and I will show you that at maximum mix in this position, on most patches you will detect no noise. But if all of the LEDs are on, and I'll show you that in the matrix, the noise will still be present, but at a much reduced amplitude. So a combination of using shielded cables and rotating this 90 degrees, I figured it might be better just to kind of demonstrate what's going on. I've got a patch up. I've got the reverb output being sent to all of the outputs, including the metered output. We're going to listen to the outputs of channels 1 and 2 with the tone controls tweaked all the way to emphasize the high end, and the outputs are set to about 3/4 of nominal output, or 3/4 of level. So here we are. We've got the tank. I'm going to crank up the volume here. Hopefully the mic on this will catch it. It's not very much noise right now. There's the tank. So let's position the tank in the same position that it sits in relative to the matrix board when it's installed. Now watch what happens when I rotate the tank 90 degrees. Virtually eliminated. There's also different places you can put it in, but for the most part, rotating this tank 90 degrees eliminates the noise. Definitely attenuates it. That in combination with the shielded cabling, and as you can tell, move the tank outside and there's no noise. So right about there is where I'm going to mount it, drill holes, and mount the tank again. This is awesome. Okay, well, it's all screwed together again and mounted properly, etc. I'm just going to route the wires and put it back together. Okay, reassembled and ready to take upstairs and test. Okay, before I button this thing back up again, I buttoned it up downstairs in the shop, but just something to note, make sure that you keep the side with the input-output side of the spring reverb away from the matrix. In other words, the holes are a way in for the RF to get in. So anyway, make sure you route the cables appropriately in and around like I've done here. Again, pay no attention to any of the other things I've done. I'll be talking about them in the future. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to button this thing up, and of course I'll take note that it's mounted vertically now rather than horizontally, and it's about an inch away from the matrix on this side. So there you go, and of course I lost a screw, but it is a Stone Tech Sunday. One other note with regard to the Syntrix and noise. This Meanwell power supply, as you can tell, this introduces hum and other things I've noticed over time. So keep the supply away. Make sure you've grounded things appropriately. And one thing that I might try doing is externally powering, at least getting rid of that Meanwell supply. And there's a switcher inside of here, and hook it up to the analog supply that's supplying most of the modular here. In fact, all of the modular. Multiple linear supplies, so I get very little noise. This is the exception, the Syntrix that is. But as you can tell, that's pretty darn good. That many LEDs on. Now they brightness, and go back to that, so you can just hear the buzz come in. So again, on a reasonable patch, one that you might actually use with a lot of things turned on, you probably won't hear much of anything. Okay, a small test of two Syntrixes, the Mod Trix and the JDM Trix. Notice the unmodified unit has considerably more noise. Here is the unmodified Syntrix. It's noisy. Here is the modified Syntrix. It's not noisy. No noise. Well, actually, that's Syntrix 1 noise now. Modified Syntrix noise. None. Or virtually none. Noise. All settings are identical, and gain settings through the A to D converters have been scaled. There you go. Now I'm going away. And remember, yeah.